Okay. Today's video is going to be called When You're Spiritually Attacked. Now, I'm going to share an experience that happened with me, which was last night. Okay? As you know, I haven't uploaded them, but I've recorded a series of videos on spiritual warfare and walking down along the edge of the cornfield. So, about spiritual warfare and how to handle it. How to, fight and, what to do when you're attacked. And with the knowledge I've been recording and stuff I also have very little respect for the devil. Call him a dead withered branch. So, a little bit more of that. So, last night was the first time in quite a while I was spiritually attacked. Now, it wasn't a wet dream like most people get after a while, which is psychic attacking you. I was dead asleep. I'll explain how it sort of happened. And at 3:30, and I mean 3:30 on the dot, I woke up out of a dead sleep and something said pray. I didn't know what to pray about, so I just prayed for everybody. Prayed for people that subbed to my YouTube channel. I prayed for people that posted in the comments needed prayers. I prayed for my family. I prayed for the church. I prayed for anybody and everything I could think of. And then, mind you, I was like half conscious here. So I was like half asleep. And then I was attacked spiritually. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail on that because, I'm not going to give them credit because they were trying to scare me, and it was the enemy. He was mad that I'm still pushing the gospel, and he didn't like it. He figured with the new Bill C9 going in and all this other stuff that I would stop sharing my faith, which I said I'm not doing, and I'm not. So, I was attacked by at least 3 or 4 of them. Now, you may ask, well, how do you know that? Because in, mind's eye there, you've seen them, they came as shadow figures. Now, I've seen shadow figures before. I call them parlor tricks. The enemy's tried shadow figures before. They don't bother me. I ain't scared of some shadowy outline in the dark. It doesn't scare me because they're just parlor tricks. And these ones had tendrils of darkness coming off them. And they were trying to wrap these around me, and it was just a trick. You see, it was just the enemy. He was trying to scare me into not proceeding, not making videos, and not, addressing this for people. And a lot of Christians won't share an experience like this because they're scared of being copped out as crazy. But when you are fighting in the spiritual war, you are going to encounter demons, and you are going to see demons manifest in other people that you might not see. It's because you're pushing the gospel. You're an enemy, and you irritate them. You make that darkness come out. So he said, these enemies parlor tricks. Now, was I intimidated? No, because I've been through it before. It's not the first time we've had this dance. And first thing I did was pray. Said I prayed for them, and then I prayed to God. I said, give me the strength. And then I spoke to the demons. I said, I bind you and I rebuke you in God's name and by the righteous, holy authority that he's given me through Jesus Christ. You are to leave me, this house, and you're to leave me alone. I said, I bind and rebuke you. I said, go back to wherever you came from. You're not welcome here. This is house sealed by the blood of Christ. And I said, leave. Sure enough, all 3 of them, 4, they left. I was, of course, up after that with dreams like they left, but they kept, little weird dreams and stuff that kept me awake until, I had to get up for work. So I didn't get much sleep. From 3:30 to about 5:30, I did not sleep. It was a spiritual battle I was in. And even after I'd gotten rid of the figures, I still had the dreams and the mental So when I woke up this morning, I was drained. That's what happens after you get a spiritual attack. A lot of people won't tell you is that you were drained. It's like you ran a marathon. Physically, you're not hurt, but just spiritually, emotionally, you're just drained and tired. You're just wore right down. I'm tired now because I worked all day. But this morning, I found it really hard to want to go to work. Like, I wanted to stay home because I was just beat. But I went, did my work, and I'm home. And I just wanted to share this experience with you and to let you know that when you advance the kingdom, and you take a stand, you actually start, a YouTube channel, you start, passing on this knowledge and teaching others Jesus, Jesus in the Bible, you're going to encounter resistance from the enemy because he doesn't like that. He doesn't want the gospel getting out, so he'll do what he can to scare you and terrify you. Now, the reason I'm not bothered by shadows, and most people would have been, is, like I said, I've been through it before, but I'm sealed by God. See, I'm a born-again Christian, but I walk in the authority he's given me as his child, right? He said, I give you power to step on scorpions and snakes. I take it quite literally. I have zero respect for the devil. Now, I don't underestimate him, because he's still dangerous, but I ain't scared of him. I call him dead withered branch, and I trash talk him every chance I get, because that's what he is to me. You see, the problem is with him, is Christians make him bigger than he is. They go through a trial, or an attack, or they just blow the devil out of proportion and make him bigger than Jesus, bigger than God. And it's like, oh, he's so huge in my life. He's just so big, and they make the devil scarier and bigger than what he is. He's a loser. And then the sooner you realize that he's nothing but a broken, withered branch, a complete loser that's already lost. Like, he's lost. He knows where he's going. He's going to the lake of fire, and he's going to toast. Like, he knows where he's going. There's no redemption for him and no way to turn back. And he wouldn't even beg for redemption. Even if he could have it, he wouldn't. He's too prideful, too arrogant. And he's a loser. And when you realize, you look at him as a loser and a dead withered branch, you're like, I don't need to make time for you. I don't got time for the devil. I'm busy pushing the kingdom and advancing. These little attacks, shadow figures, these parlor tricks, I just bind them, rebuke them, and send them away. Don't bother me any. Send your high-level demons after me. I'll bind them, rebuke them, and I'll send them away. Like, I have Jesus Christ's righteous authority in me, given to me by him. And with that authority and the Holy Spirit in me, they can't hurt me, right? They can't physically touch you because you are chosen, all right? You have the Holy Spirit in you, and he protects you. So demons can't actually touch you. Now, they can use people to attack you, but demons themselves can't actually attack you. I've alluded this to other videos about being possessed and all that by demons. It's a whole other video. You can watch those, but it's when Christians make the devil bigger than God, you run into problems. And you just have to look at him as I said. He's a loser. He's a dead withered branch. Don't make time for him. You don't have time if you're advancing the kingdom. You're pushing forward. You're relying on Jesus, spreading gospel. You ain't got time to worry about the little dead withered branch over there. And I know the attack he threw at me last night was him throwing a hissy fit. I know it. He was screaming and mad because I'm making videos of spiritual warfare and I'm advancing the kingdom, still preaching. And he got mad and decided he was going to throw a temper tantrum and send his little minions at me, which I just trounced over the head and sent him away. Like I said, it ain't my first rodeo with him. Okay, I've been through the whole shadow figures and all this stuff. It's all parlor tricks to me. Because I know Jesus is far bigger, and I know the Holy Spirit's powerful than anything in this world, and they can't do a thing about it. Like, they've lost. They're all losers. Even demons, they're all losers. And soon you look at them as being nothing but pathetic losers. You don't really get intimidated by them, You don't really make time for them. They're just trash. Trash blowing on the side of the road. Don't bother me. I don't even acknowledge them. Usually if they bother me, I just say, oh, it's a demon. I'm just going to ignore you. You can go deal with the Holy Spirit. So I'm too busy advancing the kingdom. All right, go toddle off. Bother somebody else is going to pay attention to you and give you the time of day because I'm not. I ain't got time. I'm walking after Jesus and spreading the word. I don't got time for, little bits of trash blowing along the wind yapping at me. I ain't got time. So I just stamp them out and keep walking. I just wanted to share about this in spiritual war. And a lot of Christians wouldn't share something like this. Like I said, the majority of people wouldn't. They think you're crazy. I'm not. I know I'm not crazy. I know what I experienced. It's not my first time. It won't be my last. As I keep advancing the kingdom and keep making videos and advancing the gospel, I'm going to encounter more and more of this. But I'm not worried because I got Jesus on my side. I have the Holy Spirit inside me. I have that power and that holy authority given to me. And I've got the entire heaven's army at my back. And I got Jesus Christ ahead of me. Like, what can overcome me? I got angels at my back. And we all know they lose in the end. The demons, they lose. Satan goes into a lake of fire and he burns. Because he's a loser. And that's all he is. So, if there's a spiritual attack, pray to God. Trust in him. Bind and rebuke the demons and send them away. And just remember, they're losers. Okay? The devil, the dead with the branch. Don't give him the time of day because he's not even worth it. He's not even worth you talking to because he's just trash. So just treat him as trash, stamp him out, keep on going. I just swallowed a bug. Anyways, this has been a voice in the wilderness, a soldier, bondservant of Christ, signing off. Whenever you see this, have a blessed day or night. Stay safe in these dark and crazy times. And I will see you in the next one.